What's up, guys? Jake Roundhole coming back at you with another video, and today we're back doing a mock draft, December edition. Today is not in December, but you get the point. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on the video. Hopefully this gets good views, because mock drafts normally do get good views. Let's hop into this. The Lions, the consensus #1 overall pick has been Kayvon Thibodeaux out of Oregon. I think it still will be Kayvon Thibodeaux out of Oregon. It's just that, could he potentially not? Aiden Hutchinson, I think, could potentially go #1 overall as well. I did watch a little bit of Kayvon Thibodeaux. I'm going to do, full-on scouting. Probably after, the seasons are over. Kayvon Thibodeaux, I was watching him against Utah. He just fights off double teams and makes it look easy. He looks like Myles Garrett when he's playing, almost. Because I watched Myles Garrett last night in the Browns game. I stayed up way too late, and now I'm sad that they lost, and it's just the offense can't do anything, but the defense kept them in the game, and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is great, and they got him really late as a steal. Never mind, let's stop rambling. Kayvon Thibodeaux will go to #1. And at #2, I think it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson at Michigan. I watched him against Ohio State, another one of my teams that lost. Not a great football weekend, to be completely honest. My fantasy teams won, but just, the teams that actually mattered didn't win. The real teams didn't win. So, yeah, that was kind of sad. But Aiden Hutchinson is just ridiculously good. He and Thibodeaux might be in consideration for Edge 1, Edge 2 for some people. I don't know. I'll figure that out when I begin to do my prospect evaluations, I guess that's what they're called. Then the Jags #3, I'm going to go Evan Neal. The Auburn game, somebody tried to, hit Bryce Young, and Evan Neal just walked up to him, and then the Auburn guy walked away. He's just massive. He's scary. He will keep Trevor Lawrence protected for a long time. The Jags really need a lineman. The Jets at 4. This one isn't all that hard, but it's a little bit hard. I think the next one's going to be a little bit hard. This one, though, I'm going to go Derek Stingley out of LSU. I don't think he's played a whole lot this year, so I don't know where I'm going to find tape for him, but I think Derek Stingley's really good. Balled out as a true freshman, has dealt with injuries. I think he'll still go top 10 for sure. Derek Stingley with the Jets at #4, who desperately need a cornerback. And now this is a tough decision for the Jets at 5. What do you really need? It says you need edge. I really could see Garrett Wilson going up here. I'm not going to even give him Garrett Wilson, though. I just feel like it's too high. The Jets, I think in this spot you have to go a line almost, but just who do you go? I think Ikem Ekwonu is a decent, it's in consideration. David Ojabo is as well. It might seem too high for him to go at this point, though. I think I am going to give him Ikem Ekwonu, though, out of NC State. That's played really well for NC State this year. I don't know much about him, but I think he will go top 5. People are really hyped about him. The Giants at 6. This has to be a lineman. I was going to give him Ikem Ekwonu, but he's off the board. So I think I'm going to go Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M for the Giants. They desperately need a lineman. I'm not even going to give the Giants a quarterback, because I don't really think it's quarterback. I really think it's just the offensive line. Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback. It's just that he has no offensive line, if I'm being honest with you. And now in this spot, I think you could go David Ojabo here, out of Michigan. Has not played football very long, as he just started pretty much. He didn't play football till high school, organized football, as he moved around a lot, I guess. He's not from America, the United States, but you get the point. David Ojabo is a really good player. I need to look more into him. He played okay against Ohio State. I just saw Aiden Hutchinson wreck the game more than David Ojabo did. But if I probably did more studying against worse offensive lines than Ohio State, I think David Ojabo would probably be a pretty good player. Washington at 8. I'm going to go with Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton's really good. I did watch a little bit of him. He's just big, fast, flies all over the field, and is elite in coverage. He just is so versatile. He's gonna go top 10 for sure, I'm certain. Now the Eagles. I didn't think they didn't need a quarterback for a little bit. Like, I think they do, I think they don't. But I really don't think you need a good quarterback. The team is not very good right now. But Jalen Hurts did not look good against the Eagles, and that's kind of sad. I mean, not the Eagles, the Giants. And that's pretty sad. But the Eagles here on the clock, they probably should go secondary. Right, I don't think they go defensive tackle into Marvin Leal or Jordan Davis. What do the Eagles do? I don't think you go playmaker either. I think you go corner. Andrew Booth Jr. is interesting, I guess. One of these safeties is interesting. Daxton Hill is really good. I think you could go edge as well. You might be losing Derek Barnett. George Karlaftis is still here. You know what? I'm going to give him George Karlaftis out of Purdue. Really solid player. And then I'm going to give him, I think, Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson. I believe, if I remember correctly, Andrew Booth Jr. has not had lots of ball production this year. But it's had, like, he's really good in coverage. Like, teams are just not throwing at him. Now the Panthers, this is pretty easy for me. You got to go Charles Cross. The offensive line is horrific. You need to protect who's ever back there in 2022. You need a quarterback as well, but just, I don't know, man. I'm not drafting any quarterbacks. And I don't know, Falcons. I feel like you need a big run stuffer in the middle. You go to Marvin Leal there for the Falcons. Really good fit. I think you could also see a receiver go there to the Falcons. It feels like the Falcons are always taking an offensive player when you think their offense is really good. Just, will Calvin Ridley be back? I think he probably will this next season. I don't know if he'll return this season, though. To Marvin Leal, the Falcons. Now the Saints. I'm going to go receiver for the Saints. I think they'll probably take Chris Olave. Chris Olave is a really good player, really smooth route runner, really good hands. Just, I watch a lot of him. I think he's really good. It says the number one need for the Saints is quarterback. I disagree. I think they're plenty different things right now than quarterback. You need to resign Jameis Winston for 2022, though. Jameis Winston was keeping these Saints in games before he got injured. Now the Eagles. The Eagles again. I think you should probably go line, but just probably not. I'm letting the quarterback slip. Do the Eagles take one? I really don't think they do. Let's go Ahmad Gardner out of Cincinnati. The Eagles there, getting more secondary players. Now the Steelers, this is the first spot where I'm like, yeah, quarterback's going to go. It's probably going to be Matt Corral. Probably the best one right now. I'm not watching a whole lot of quarterbacks because I just start one quarterback and then forget which one I did or something like that. Now the Broncos, again, this is going to be another quarterback. I think it's probably going to be Malik Willis out of Liberty. He's really good, just small school guy. Needs to work on some things. Not a really polished prospect, but you see the potential with both Malik Willis and Matt Corral. The Raiders, just has to be the line. Their offensive line is so bad. I think Tyler Linderbaum's probably a good choice here. It's just making sure. I think you could potentially see a safety or linebacker or something. But Denzel Perryman, I think, has played pretty good. So, yeah, I'm going to go Tyler Linderbaum at 17 to the Raiders. Now my Browns, I want them to take Garrett Wilson. All day I have Ohio State. Another guy, Chris Olave and him are very, very similar. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson, the Browns. You saw it last night. They don't have any weapons offensively other than Jarvis Landry. And then when the tight ends get knocked out of the game like Harrison Bryant, they have to throw more because they're not running it all that much. And you can't throw it when you have Donovan Peoples-Jones as your second best wide receiver. Garrett Wilson to the Browns at 18. The Vikings at 19. I need to speed this up a little bit. I think it's going to be Kyle Elam. I believe he's dealt with injuries this season, but he's a really solid player that the Vikings will grab right there. Now the Chargers, this is also an easy pick. It's going to be Jordan Davis. They need a lineman to stop the run because the Chargers are not capable of stopping the run, so that'll help them do that. The Dolphins at 21. I really could see this being Kenneth Gainwell, but I'm not picking Kenneth Gainwell. It's probably going to be a linebacker. I think the Dolphins kind of need O-line, but I don't know. Kenneth Walker is interesting here. Probably going to go edge. No, not edge. I think linebacker is a good choice. I think the Dolphins go Nakobe Dean out of Georgia. The Bills. What do I think the Bills are going to do, man? I have no idea. Trevor Penning, maybe. They kind of need O-line, but just... Oh, no, I know what they need. They need a star running back. Give them Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker's played like a Heisman candidate. Only one bad game against Ohio State. And Kenneth Walker is just phenomenal. He might win the Heisman. I think it's still going to be C.J. Stroud because he's elite. The Lions, this is quarterback. Quarterback, is interesting. I think it's either going to be Carson Strong or Kenny Pickett. I'm going to probably go Pickett just because he's a bigger school. Kenny Pickett displays everything you want. Good accuracy, and just he's overall really solid. Not like the highest ceiling. I mean, not like the highest ceiling, yeah, but a pretty low floor, I guess. The Bengals, this is Trevor Penning all day. There's nothing else that the Bengals should do except take an offensive lineman. You got to protect Joe Burrow. Now the Dallas Cowboys, this is easy. This is Daxton Hill. Just flies all around the field. It's what the Cowboys need. They desperately need a safety or a corner or something in the secondary to go alongside Trayvon Diggs. Oh, it just hit my microphone. The Chiefs. I really don't think this should be a receiver. It could be a receiver, like a big bodied guy like Treylon Burks. I kind of like that. I just think that you have to go something in the secondary because it's not played great this season. But Treylon Burks is way too tempting. You gotta go big body receiver. When they take out Tyreek Hill, when other teams are taking out Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, they need another playmaker out there. Treylon Burks will just make the offense unstoppable. Now another pretty easy pick for the Titans. I'm gonna go Devin Lloyd out of Utah. Played really well. Titans need a linebacker. You saw it Sunday against the Patriots. Kendrick Bourne was running all over the field. And you need a linebacker that can go tackle people, I guess. The Bucs, this is easy as well. It needs to be a corner. And I saw Roger McCreary, pretty much shutting down John Mechie when he was covering him. And it was not. John Mechie was getting wide open and just, scoring a lot. Roger McCreary can shut down opposing players. And when the Bucs secondary gets really thin like it did this season, they're going to need a corner. Another corner. Patriots, you gotta take another receiver. If I had to guess, it's probably gonna be Jahan Dotson. Imagine Jahan Dotson in the Patriots offense, bro. He'd just be moving around everywhere, making teams so confused. The Packers, I feel like this should be linebacker, but I think I'm gonna give them a linebacker. They're not gonna go receiver because they're the Packers. I think they'll go linebacker Christian Harris. Just uses his body. He's so athletic that he can just do a lot of different things. Packers kind of need linebacker. They just need an athletic guy out there like Christian Harris. And now the Ravens. O-line, I think is definitely in play. The Browns' D-line completely shed every play against the Ravens. Darian Kennard is interesting here. The secondary was really thin for the Ravens last night. You could go safety. I'm going to go Darian Kennard. I like that. I think they need an O-lineman. I think you could also go D-line to replace Calais Campbell when he's out of age. And now this is another pretty easy one. Trent McDuffie to the Cardinals, who desperately need another corner. It's not good to have Robert Alford and Marco Wilson starting out there at corner. This is my December edition of the 2022 NFL mock draft. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below whether or not I should do Falcons franchise or online head-to-head tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.